So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us today. We really appreciate it.
Of
We are here
course.
today because February 20th is National Love Your Pet Day, and you guys do amazing work at Mini Cat Town. As you may know, I've been a volunteer with you for a while now. And you're helping so many cats and kittens. I know that since you founded your nonprofit in 2015, you have adopted out over 1,900 cats and kittens. But before I give too much away, maybe you can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the work that you do at Mini Cat Town.
Yeah, so hi everyone. My name is T. I'm one of the co-founders of Mini Cat Town. And so our work is revolves around neonatal kittens. Our rescue was founded in 2019 when it got its nonprofit status, but we've been rescuing since we were very, very young, like high schoolers, doing TNR in our neighborhoods, which is trap, neuter, and release. It basically means we're trapping feral cats in humane traps and then bringing them to the shelter to get fixed, as well as vaccinated and microchipped. And then once they're fixed, they get released back into the neighborhood because they are feral, and unfortunately, we can't keep feral cats, and then they definitely wouldn't be happy about that. um, our work here is like super important because neonatal kittens are one of the most high risk for at risk for being euthanized in shelters, just because municipal shelters often don't have enough manpower to keep these kittens overnight and keep them humanely alive, because kittens have to be fed every 2 hours, and basically if they don't have enough manpower, then either the kittens starve to death overnight or they get humanely euthanized. So unfortunately, a lot of shelters, since they don't have help or they don't have rescue help, then these kittens do get euthanized at the end of the night. And that's where our shelters or our rescue steps in to rescue these kittens at the end of each night. We work in conjunction with a lot of city shelters in the Bay Area, as well as Northern California, all the way up to Santa Rosa and Fresno, Merced, and even SoCal. Um, yeah, I think that's it.
You guys have, I think, 3 adoption floors, right? Or four?
Oh, yes. We have 4 adoption floors now. We have one in San Jose Eastridge, Great Mall Milpitas, Santa Rosa Plaza in Santa Rosa, and Stone Ridge Mall in Pleasanton. And our adoption floors are super unique because they offer adopters as well as members of the public. They have access to the kitten lounge for a small fee. And then once they come in, they can play with the cats. And if they fall in love with anyone, then they can apply to adopt them.
Yeah. Thank you for telling us a little bit about that. And then one of the reasons we reached out was because we saw the sad and unfortunate story of Patty and Franklin, who were adopted from Mini Cat Town. Can you
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about what happened with their case?
Yeah, so Patty and Franklin were both adopted from us a year or so ago. And unfortunately, they were returned to us, but not directly. So unfortunately, their owner did pass away unexpectedly. And somehow the cats ended up a few miles away from his house. We're not sure how it happened, or like if they ran out the door when first responders came. But unfortunately, they did end up in like a parking lot somewhere downtown. And luckily, they were found by a local trapper who does do TNR in our community. And since we microchip all of our cats, he scanned them for a microchip and he was able to return them to us like the very next day. So we do have them in our care. They were able to join the adoption floor once they cleared a 2-week quarantine. And yeah, they're still looking for their forever home.
Yeah, hopefully they'll find a new family soon. Do you think, or like leaving instructions behind could have changed the course or the outcome for both? I mean,
Yeah, for sure. So, in cases where, death or illness can be unexpected, it's best to have a plan for your pet, written or otherwise, like just so you know that they have a place to go in the event that something does happen to you.
do you think it's important to leave behind those? I mean, you said it's good to have a plan in case. Is that something you've thought about yourself or your pets as well? Or
Yeah, for sure. So I've definitely thought about it. I'm very lucky that I have my other two sisters. So if something does happen to me, I've verbally discussed with them, like, hey, I would want, you know, my I would want my pets taken care of in this way by this person and etc.
yeah. So National Love Your Pet Day is all about giving your pet some extra attention. What are some things you do to give your pet some extra love, or what are some things that we can do for our pets?
Yeah, so something that I do for my personal pets, we like to play a lot of games with treats. So treats in itself are a reward for our pets, but you can definitely make it a lot better by incorporating for example, I do lick mats or puzzles or something they've been into recently is this thing called the snuffle mat. You put
Mm,
sprinkle treats into like a little mat that has like little um raised pieces so that they can like snuffle through it. It's really adorable. They love doing it together. They love doing it separately. But I think the best part for them is they get their treats.
yeah.